is loud enough. I don't really feel like wearing my headset, but I may have to. What's up, Corbin? I'll throw the headset on, I guess. It doesn't really work unless it's close to my face, so we'll roll with it. Let's go, baby. A little Anka stream for a Tuesday night. Love to see it. How's my music volume? I feel like it's quiet. I'm gonna turn it up a tad. I hope this does not get me copyright infringed. It's a cello cover, so surely not. Iceply is pissing at the moment, so we'll give him a second. I turned all my scripts back on, so something might break. I'm not sure yet. But what better way to find out? Imagine still calling groups lobbies like you're some dirty hats ball player. You're a CTFer now, Vigil. It's a group. Is that Dobus in the chat? Good old Wario slash Waluigi. My scripts are breaking. My scripts are breaking. But which one is it? Okay, we are going real old school at the moment. I will attempt to fix all of this in spurts, but right now I've turned every script off. Do I have face cam on? I do. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so Apparition. I got to play 2 versions of it last night. Both of them fairly defensive. I saw some high-scoring EUs though, so I'm curious to see. But if played properly, this should be a pretty low-scoring map. Big Bad made the point yesterday that it's very similar to Market. Tag pros are pretty OP, and other than that, it's can be a little difficult to get out of base. You really got to make use, and I wish I had my Telestrator script on. As a bid snipe from A-Dog, the novice free agent extraordinaire A-Dog picks up that nice bomb return. I was gonna say, you and your O partner really need to work together off of those top and bottom boosts and the occasional bomb when they spawn. To try to move that defense around, because if you don't move them, you're not going to open up angles. Something that we found success with, that really we shouldn't have found success with, but in scrims we were able to get wraparounds on the boost to get behind the defense and roll into flag and get a grab off. When here comes Kelvin, a great block in mid from Subglacious. Watts it in. Responsible is on the ball, on the board first. This is a cello cover of Despacito, yes. And Flaccid, you reminded me that I need to upload both that emote and the Anka Chad emote as subscriber things. Right now I've just got the stupid draft ones that I used. Like the steal and the swipe. The swiper. Or the overspend, whatever. Yeah, you're right, Big Bad. In theory, that's how it should be. But I guess to continue my train of thought, like if you look at that boost where Calvin is bottom, we were having a lot of success taking that up and around flag and into a grab, and PK was doing a nice job of positioning the defense to get me a rub grab off of those. And occasionally, sometimes they were just given to me solo. So it should not be that easy, but if the defense is being a little lazy, there are opportunities. Another tag pro here for responsive balls, combined with the rolling. Not needed, though. Waluigi going to bring it in 2-0. And the Fendi's emote. The Fendi's emote, I do like that one. I'll keep that one. But I need to get the 2 of my face in. I don't think I've streamed all season, maybe once. So I'm a little rusty. And as you can see, I've not fixed the scripts that were broken. Which I think was like a week 1 issue. So, I'm a little behind. Yeah, Kelvin's kind of cracked. Big fight up here for this tag. That's a big win from A-Dog. Subglacious has to go massive with his juice. Oh, the boost! Kelvin's going to sneak out of base, and he will get out. Still a chance here for LBT to bring it within 1, but the juice too strong. And I think Tinder had that boost. It's going to be Cap. Great block from Kelvin. Great block from Kelvin. I think Tinder could have just run straight through that top boost. He wiggled, and I don't think he needed the wiggle there. So RSP going to punish that. And it's going to be 4. What scripts? All of them, I think. I'll start reading the ones out. Tag Pro Telestrator. And again, I'm not sure which one of these are causing the issue. So I'm gonna start turning them back on, seeing if I can diagnose which one is the one that broke. But I've got Tag Pro Comp Stats, Tag Pro Background Basic, Tag Pro Analytics, Egg Pro, Team Stats, VCR, Brown Coats, Viewport Expander, Wall Shadows, and Floor Gradient. Those are my main. And if I didn't say Telestrator, Telestrator. Some of those are redundant. I think some of them do the same thing, but I had enabled them at one point for a reason and have since forgotten what I'm using them for, so normally I just leave them all on and it works out okay. I think this is a different Brown Coats mod than what you're thinking, Big Bad. I'll try to turn them all on. Tag Pro, too easy for RSP. They're going to win both. Poet, I guess Dobus could have picked it up, but it doesn't really matter. And apparently this map is high scoring if there is a skill diff. And it appears to be a pretty sizable skill diff at the moment. Although I don't know that LBT's got in a single tag pro, so that certainly doesn't help. It's a large pup diff right now too. Now the difference is the good teams, a la Bidcap Rescue last night, when they get severely out-pupped, they can at least keep it close and try to nullify them as best they can. LBT having a much harder time with that so far. Gotcha, Flaccid. Yeah, I think I talked to Yelp at one point, but I knew I wasn't gonna be streaming a ton, so I really didn't pursue it any further. In hindsight, I probably should have, but Pup's overrated. Have you checked the Pup leaderboard, Big Bad? I'm pretty sure we have 3 players in the top 10, maybe 12. We're kind of a Pup team. I hate to break it to you. That's honestly why we don't cap as much. We're too busy going for power-ups. So playoffs, okay. So the top 4 in each conference will get a bye, quote unquote. I hate calling it that. It's more of a play-in for the low-seeded teams. But no, there are no conferences in playoffs, as the power-ups prove too difficult to defend against there. Makes it 6-0. So there'll be the 1 seed from each conference, 2 seeds, so on, 3, 4, each get a bye. The 5 and 6 seeds have the next 4 teams by standings points, I believe, have a play-in. And then it's just reseeded based on overall standing points at that point. But like, if you finish top in your conference, even if you're like 3rd by standing points, you can get no worse than 2nd seed. And it's like that for 2nd in the conference, 3rd in the conference, 4th, so on. So it's a little funky. It's kind of like it's a remedy to the Thundercap situation last season. Now, here's a chance for Iceplat to turn this into Brazil. I don't know. I honestly might rather just not cap here. He's gonna do it though, and you gotta wonder if RSP was giving them that cap a little bit. Only top 3. Okay, I thought it was top 4. Tinder, a nice move. Can't get by the last OD though. Yeah, so, yeah. Ooh, subclacious! No! Oh, Iceplat, no. It might be another one. He's got time! It's 9! Oh, no. I'm gonna turn my Telestrator back on. Well, let's try Viewport Expander. Let's try Telestrator. Let's try Wall Shadows. So a 9-1 one here. That hurts. Big time. Yeah, good point from Flaccid. Captive will matter for the playoff race here. And right now, there's a lot of teams clumped around that playoff line. It's actually kind of wild. I mean, I'll pull up the standings really quick. Yes, right now, as this game is being played, 10, 11, 12, and 13 top 10 made playoffs, all within 3 points of one another. Cherry Bomb and last sitting 5 points out. So, LBT currently 3 points out of a playoff spot. They would like to get some points here and not get smoked like they just did all series long. I'm telling you, this last week is going to be really exciting. By the way, it's working. Okay. So 3 of my scripts worked, which is a good start because I love Naby's gradients and whatnot. Look how it looks so clean, dude. And I can draw. RSP is an interesting team to me, as you're saying that, FT. We scrimmed them and it was a little. We scrimmed them once, and it was a little odd. The first couple, 2-3 games, we were absolutely like pub stomping them. What they were not close games, and then they kind of dialed it in as the scrims went on. I don't know, and then their statistics are kind of odd too. Like Kelvin is a pretty high up there in caps, but like their hold numbers aren't fantastic. I don't. They're a good team. It's just they're like statistically they don't make a lot of sense to me. And like personal experience, I'm not really sure how to feel about them. Thank you, FT. You are the gold standard for graphics on streams, though. So I can only aspire to reach what you've done. As a pup sweep for RSP comes through, and the troubles from last game on the power-up end for LBT will continue here. An easy passing. I will say, though, RSP, similar to us in a lot of respects, Poet is a absolute power-up animal. And really, I think that's the secret to beating this team. Don't give Poet power-ups, and make him play even against you, and I think you're going to win more than you're not. The offense is skilled, obviously. Kelvin, great move there. I mean, you see it. Kelvin's pretty cracked. So is Wario, but Dobus, whatever his name is. I think if you take away Poet's pup control, you're in a lot better shape. This is the second to last week for minors, so there will be one more week following this one. And I've mentioned it, a really tight playoff race. I'm really excited for both teams with the majors drop might not make it into playoffs, as a power-ups lead to another cap for RSP. That's 2 power-up sweeps. That's 2 caps. So, kind of the name of the game so far. Yeah, but Sugar for Cherry Bomb, their results have been really underwhelming, which has been very surprising to me. I mean, they lost 3 out of 5 to KRT yesterday, and I don't mean to disrespect KRT, but I would expect a team with Space Tiger, Selfie, and Sugar to dominate those games, no matter who their fourth is. So that was intriguing to me. And then Peanut has played well, I think, for tiers, but they lost the series in points to M&S yesterday, which was super shocking. And to be able to feel comfortable about playoffs, they needed to be having 9, 12-point leads, not losing series to the teams they're fighting against for playoff positioning. So it's really interesting. The pickups have not been terribly impactful. FT, I think that's true, but to be frank with you, that's true of any team. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you say the key to beating Ets quarterback is to get pressure with 4. You know what I mean? It's like, well, yeah, duh. Corbett, we play one of the other really strong teams, Harlem, to cap off our regular season, which should be a really good test for coming into the postseason. But I'm really curious to see how we fare against Corbett, to be honest with you. It probably doesn't mean all that much, but Corbett, and we'll see pending results tomorrow, obviously. But his caps off regrab, he leads caps off regrab numbers without playing this week yet. And I wonder if he's solo beating anti all the time, or if there's not a lot of priority on anti against that team. I'm kind of curious to see how we play it. Because to me, you're trying to keep the flag out of Corbett's hands as much as you can. Like, kiss a bunch. Here's another cap. They did pick up their first pup, did LBT, and it's a tag. So that's a good sign. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured, Corbin. I'd like to think our anti will be better, but maybe not. Ice Splat, a nice boost, gets it around. LBT on the board, 4.5 to play, roughly. I taught Ice Splat everything he knows, but only the good things. Yeah, Bibet, I hate to break it to you. He doesn't actually play anti, it's just empty prevent. Another round of power-ups here. Dobis trying to push it in, potentially. Gonna work out to a split. And big improvement here from LBT. Interesting defusal on the other end by Subglacious. Bergie Bird dancing. And I don't like the decision to juke back towards the flag tile. I think you're in a tough spot there. Your options are to go for a split. But if you go backwards, all you do is make it harder on your regrab. You're trying to get him as much space as you can. But it's defender with flag, so I guess you can't be too mad about it. I guess key pup right here. There's my arrow. Kelvin will win it, and Dope is going to try to walk this in. A rolling bomb on flag, defuse. What a play from Poet. The bomb into the tag throw. Essentially a double tap from the RSP squad. 5-1, the 4-cap lead restored. You see here, Subglacious trying to defuse that boost. Poet does a nice job staying in front there. Could be walk-in for Kelvin. Sure will be. Here comes Poet. Not gonna set up for this tag pro instead. Probably the wise play. And the, oh my god. Got him in the corner. Said sit down. Kelvin picks up the tag pro too. Oh my god, it's another Brazil! Let's see if they can hold on to it this time, or if they're going to try to go for double digits. Not sure which one's more disrespectful. Looks like they want double digits. A-Dog, a nice push out on the OD. We'll stave that attempt off. I will not be drawing anything phallic with the Telestrator. We have to maintain a certain level of professionalism on this stream. Bergie dancing on the bomb, does hit it. Kelvin probably caps this, I think. Oh, I decided not to go. I think he had a lane there for a second. Wants to hold to set the team up for power-ups. Nice job from Bergie getting the solo. Can they transition it into pup wins? They get the juice, but Subglacious, good positioning to win that tag. That's an unfortunate boost from Bergie. Could have just sat still. Will hunt for the kiss and get it. Yes, it's true that they do have more caps than we did in 3 games. Although, to be fair, we probably only played 1 game of this map. But they are not a coward team like we are. And I would argue the team that we played last night is a little bit more skilled than the one that we're seeing here. As the Brazil, Kelvin, is he get? Oh, I thought he was gonna boat it into the Brazil. What a coward! 8-1 RSP, and they're feasting right now. Yeah, a questionable decision from Kelvin there at the end. Very questionable. The chance for the Brazil. I mean, worth the potential league discipline, I would think. And FT mentioned something about captive after the first game. It's not gotten much better. Not gotten much better. Plus, what is it? Plus 15 in favor of RSP after 2 games. Not bad. Not bad. Looks like we will get a little rotation here. Berg being subbed out for Billy. Who is Billy? Okay, so that is Black Magic. So this is an interesting decision from LBT. I would say when we played them, Bergie was by far their best player. So the decision to put Black Magic in for Bergie here, I don't know if it makes a lot of sense to me. Let's see if my thing will fit haste in here. Oh, you guys can see. That's not bad. Corbe, thank you for the sub. That's very kind of you. You did not have to do that. Now, haste is one of those maps where, like, it's going to be tiny regardless because of how big it is. So obviously, I know most of us has played the map this week already. Major boost routes to grab. You got the bomb. You can even wrap around if you want. Straight in, obviously, into the boost. And oftentimes that bomb will knock the defenders into their team boost and give you a route out. And then, as I say that, here comes Kelvin looking for the first cap of the game. The block is good. A nice attempt from Iceplat. Not able to... I don't know if the bomb was there, actually. Could you have gone down to the bomb to try to make a play? Maybe. As here comes Kelvin again, looking for his second. Doesn't quite read the blots well. Had it around the outside. First round of power-ups here. Iceplat picking up that roll, and that's going to be critical. And my last train of thought, to finish my train of thought, this button can be super important for the defense to control to prevent those straight-in boosts. And any turtling in the bomb corner to set up handoffs. So button control, fairly important on this map as well, situationally. Waluigi, great snipe there. Patient on the bomb, and easy walk-in for Subglacius. He biffed it. Tinder, that's a... They are lucky they got out. That's all I'll say. Are you going to get another 14 thoughts after Week 6 pre-playoffs? I would say it is likely yes. I would like to do that. We'll be split on pups once again. No tag prayer this time around. Tinder doing a nice job holding out this juice. Oh, he spies himself. Love the attempt, though. Trying to thread the needle here. Would have been a pretty good out. He had that juice, I think, right where he wanted it. Just couldn't quite navigate. Iceplat hit it. Wanted it. Respect the attempt, always. Going for number 2! A-Dog. Oh, and he's back at anti. Iceplat's a genius, dude. If he hits it, he gets the return. If he misses, he's playing anti. Great boosting from Iceplat there. Yeah, I try not to do that every week, so it's been a while. It just, I mean, number one, it's hard to come up with 14 unique things to say every week. Because I don't really want to sound repetitive. And then FT made a really nice point. I started doing it last season with 18 teams, which was difficult. But I think it helps avoid burnout too to not do it as frequently. And then obviously the not doing it as frequently, the thoughts are a little bit more unique. I don't repeat myself, hopefully. I think pre-playoffs is a good time to do one. I think last season I did preseason, week 1 reactions, mid-season, and playoff primer. I think were my 4, and that seemed to work out pretty good. I tried the video preseason one this season. I think that was fine, but I do think the written format does a better job. I still kind of want to try to do another video one, but more of a partner podcast type thing, and maybe just pick a couple of the overarching themes of what the written posts and just talk about that, and not restrict it to just like reading off thoughts, you know, make it more of a discussion. Yeah, no LBT cap bad, but 1-0. It's looking a lot better than Apparition, and that's kind of. I was looking at the scores yesterday. It seems like Apparition was a bit of an anomaly for a lot of teams, which was surprising to me. I didn't think it was that unusual of a map to warrant the disparities, but Haste. Oh, Black Magic, big OD play. His team's fighting for power-ups. He's one-on-one, mates the play. It's huge. Here comes a rolling. But yeah, anyway, I didn't think Apparition was that weird of a map to where it would warrant the, I guess, performance differences. Like, I thought we played equally well on Apparition and Haste, but like teams like OPH got beat pretty good on Apparition a couple of times. And we see here LBT playing much better, at least score-wise, on Haste. You know, I mean, of course the maps are different. It's easier to survive on Haste, so it's kind of giving Ice Plat and the LBT offense, making it easier on them to survive and play anti and get power-ups. Whereas Apparition's a little bit more in your face, I guess, but I don't think it's I don't know. Just the difference in scores don't really make too much sense to me. Yes, Garrett is on LBT. Tinder? What a snipe from Tinder. Can Ice Plat turn this into a cap? I don't know if they have bots available. Calvin botted him. That's the second time this series where he just freaking ushered someone into a corner and said, sit down. I think Ice Plat probably could have carried that better. I mean, I don't know. I'd like to think I live there, you know? Why was Bergie with you? Because he's on the team. A-Dog is a sub. I'm not sure why Bergie's not playing. They have their full roster in the group. Big tapper from A-Dog. Oh, by the way, I know Robiney's trolling and baiting, so I hate to even respond to him like this. But if someone would do me a favor, and after RSP wins this series 5-0, please go ahead and share that in the mLTP discussion and say A-Dog OP. You know, I pulled up the scoreboard and I didn't even look at it. No real obscene hold numbers here. Still 2 minutes to go, though. Tinder, what can you do with the bomb? Apparently the answer is nothing. That was... Not sure what Tinder was trying to accomplish there. I honestly thought he could have hit bomb. But if you can't, you gotta go to the flag tile there, no? That was a little odd, I think. 1.5. Only 2 cap lead here for RSP, but again, I think the map having some impact on that. So I will say LBT's got a much better job on power-ups here on haste than they were doing on apparition. And again, potentially some of that being a function of the map. Is A-Dog gonna take a grab as power-up spawn. Subglacia's not going anywhere. A-Dog forced back to the gate tile. Does have a bomb spawn. Oh, he's gonna get team boosted. Tag pro. Big snipe from Subglacious. Here comes Kelvin. Has one to beat. Bombs straight. You can't do that. You cannot. You know, and something we were not doing. Something we were not doing yesterday, Big Bad. I saw Tag Prof doing it, and I knew this was a route, but I kind of forgot about it since it's been like 2 years since I played Haze competitively. Taking this boost off the 45 into flag, and then same here, obviously. Although that one's more obvious. We didn't do that a whole lot yesterday. And I don't know how many opportunities there were for it. Great button there from Dobus. It's going to usher in another cap as time expires. 3-0 in favor of RSP. But I wonder if we could have used that route more often. I'd have to go back and watch it again, but I don't remember us doing that a ton. Yeah, probably could have helped. Again, I saw Tag Prof doing it. And I was reminded that that was indeed a route that we could be taking. It's hard because it's just vertical, right? So people are scared to boost in blind. But you know that if they're playing OD, they're probably blocking the straight in. So that 45 is usually left open if you can get there with enough momentum. Now, good players on OD will shut down that route too, but it's hard to cover all those options at the same time. And then if they start covering, we didn't do that. True. If they start covering the 45 roll, now you can take that bottom boost into the corner of the island. So if you have one guy's covering the straight in, one guy covering the 45 roll, now you can boost off corner and in theory split the two of them if the blots are good enough. So it's kind of like a little mind game, I guess. Now when you play 4D, very true. Well, we didn't do that till like the last minute. So you have 9 minutes to try it. Okay, we're going to get into game 4 here. Should I try to turn on another script? I've done it. Okay, Tag Pro EU is on. I think it might be the comp stat script that was giving me issues. Nice boost from my splat, saves the cap. Kelvin on the attack, however. Oh, Tinderfell is lagged out, and it's a walk-in for Kelvin. Are they going to put Bergie in? What's going on? Tinderfell has left the team. You can't call a timeout. They have to get a sub in. Or another person has to lag out. Here comes Bergie. But the damage has been done. A 1 cap lead for RSP. That is not good. You're already struggling to score. Spotting them a free 1 cap. Not the way to do things. Although I'm sure Tinder, obviously, that was not intentional. This Kelvin will make it 2-0. Doesn't even need the rolling. Nice bomb from Black Magic there. Gets himself out of base. Trying to stave off this chance for Poet. Doing a nice job holding this one out. Dopus has the bomb lined up. Doesn't take it, but Subglacious going to get that return. Tinderfella has left the group. Poet kind of flubbed the boost there. Manages to still stay alive though. Poet's not hitting those boosts right at all. you can see what he's thinking. Just the execution not quite there. It's the thought that counts, I suppose. Big tag pro here for LBT. Now it's a little harder to use tag pros on this map, so man, and then with the rolling from Subglacious, I think it was, is making it even harder. Rolling is diffused, but the tag pro will be soon as well. So Tinderfella has rejoined. I wonder if they're going to put him back in. I splat the grab. They are putting Tinder back in. And okay, is that BM from Poet? Tell me the truth. Is that BM from Poet? It kind of feels like it. It kind of feels BM from Poet. Tinder says, "My bad, guys." Obviously, the lag out. And Poet says, "All good." As in, all good, we got the free cap. I don't know. It feels a little rude. Feels a little BM. Poet, of course, a known BMer. Let's see what Dobus has here. He can cap that. Nice job by Splat coming back to fly tile. He has an out, maybe. Oh, I don't know. He's trying to squeeze. That. Honestly, if I'm Ice Plat, I'm pissed that Black Magic did not block for me there. I am pissed. Tinder, can you make? Oh no. Honestly, wouldn't be upset if Ice Plat was just on tilt the rest of the game. 3-0. Poet misses. Should have been 3-0 if we're being honest. Hey Dog whiffs the block. The bomb from Subglacious. Oh no. That's really sad. It's really sad. Hey Dog trying to bring in their first cap. They've not capped on haste yet, have they? So it's been 15 minutes, no caps here for LBT. Power up split. That's not, again, you come here for your expert analysis. That is not good. If they get shut out again, ooh, nice save from A-Dog for the moment. Can't hang on though. Yeah. No, LBT's making some individual plays that are good. I think it's fairly obvious the overall team skill, that there is a massive difference there. And sometimes that's just the way it goes. So, Waluigi might be able to walk this one in. Slow on the bomb was Kelvin. Anka knows the thing about teams not scoring. If I recall refined, there's only, are you referring to season 23? Let me ask that before I comment any further. Oh, you're referring to my Detroit Lions? Well, you know. Such is life as a Detroit fan. Somehow they are still like second in points scored. They're some, maybe not second, but they're like still absurdly high in points scored for getting shut out last week. And the worst part is I was at that game. That was just really devastating. Nice bomb there from A-Dog. Okay, Dobus hold numbers a little bit more on the absurd side this time around. Should break 2 minutes fairly comfortably here. Won't get the classic Corbet 3+ minutes of hold, but he'll make a run at it here, I'm sure. As he pulls off some nice moves. Oh my god. The block from Kelvin and is out. Oh my god, he's capping. Oh no, he's not. Get on the button. Poet, help him. Well, first cap for LBT on haste. Market, I believe that was 18.5 minutes it took them to score on this map. That is unreal. Oh, and PK, actually I would argue that A-Dog has broken minors. RSP is about to get a +50 captive. That sounds pretty broken to me. The question mark from Black Magic. He hit us with one of those towards the end of the last game too. Or I guess they, I'm not sure. Yeah, Kelvin surely rockets to the top of the cap leaderboard after tonight. That seems likely to happen. Dobus might as well, to be frank with you. Another cap! Again, it only took 18.5 minutes, and now they're coming in bunches. We want another game on haste. LBT's fired up now. They're warmed up. The caps are coming. 4-2 is the final comfortable. RSP taking a 4-1 series lead. And the captive is absurd. I believe it stands at 220, +20 right now. Not a bad night's work so far. Honestly, I haven't been paying too much attention to cap totals. So, I'll believe you that Dobus has a chance at it. And not Kelvin. I wonder how far down they are, actually. I know you're gonna shatter everyone. Well, you're gonna smoke everyone on hold, considering you're the hold leader, and you still haven't played yet. Kelvin and Waluigi both were at 37. That's 11 shy of me. So maybe. I mean, the numbers they've been getting, 11's not out of the question for either of them. Again, I haven't been keeping track of what they've been getting, but that was just a hat trick for Dopus. I guess I can start pulling up EUs, but that's a whole thing. Dopus at 8 or 9, yeah, so possible. I think you'll probably pass me tomorrow. I think FT will probably pass me tomorrow. I was not expecting Kelvin and Waluigi to pass me, but they are racking up the points, the caps right now. Looks like LBT needs a second. So, how's everyone doing tonight? God, how great would it be for LBT to win a game here? They need it so bad for playoffs, dude. They need it. They're crying for points right now. They're just on their knees on the street corner. Poet walks by and they say, "Please, sir, will you give me some points?" And Poet spits at them and keeps walking. I've turned more scripts on, so we'll see. Looks like it's still working so far, so that's always good. VCR has been turned on. Scoreboard enhancer turned on. Honestly, a much better start so far for LBT. 30 seconds, no caps yet. The real test will come on this first power-up round. Waluigi should be contained here. Ice Plat, Shirley's not out. Let's see how they fight for power-ups. They're kind of just giving it to A-Dog right now. No, he's in a bad position. He's got it. Okay. Whew. I thought he was too far right, and I thought Dobus was going to just knock him next way to Tuesday. Well, I think I combined phrases there. In the next week. I don't know. We'll go with that. Just rewatch Game 1, Game 2 PK. Oh my god. Oh, that was gross. Ice Plat's so huge, though. A-Dog also bid save. He's past 3. They're going to counter. He doesn't have it. Wait. They didn't cover the handoff. No! No! They had it. Oh, they're going to give up a tag bro here too, aren't they? They're going to double it. Oh, they've won it. They won both. grab. Just grow. Go. Stop waiting. Come off anti. You have a tag, bro. Go chase. He's still not on the other side of the map. What are we doing? Help them. I mean, this feels like a prime face cam game, to be honest with you. But PK, those are always the best. People love those more than anything else. Another pub sweep? Does it even matter? They misplayed the first one. Maybe they learned from it, though. That's hopium. Oh my god, they're not gonna cap it, dude. You have a tag pro, you have a rolling bomb. You win both of those on consecutive pup rounds, and you don't cap a single time. I don't care how good the other team is, it can't happen. It can't happen. Not at this level. This isn't novice. Use your power-ups effectively. A-Dodge should have pushed for that return. I guess maybe it was okay, but Ice Plat wasn't able to get the grab. It would have been good if he got the grab, but I mean, again, the score is much better, but it's only because oh, here we go, LBT the chance. If Poet gets to the bomb here, oh my god, help! Oh my god. But it's only because they're winning power-ups every round, but they're not doing anything. Can you imagine if RSP wins consecutive rolling bomb and tag pros? They'd be up 10. I know the TP's trying to return. I just didn't think it made sense. Oh, God. They're not working together. They're playing individually right now. And I guess you can maybe forgive that a little bit since it's a call-up. A-Dog's not normally on the team. He's replacing Bergie, who's probably their best player. So I get that. But really, just no excuse for it. If he caps that, oh my gosh. Does he go? If Subglacius had gotten in front of A-Dog there, that could have been so clean. Dopest, a little hesitant. Tinder going to clean that up. Nice play there. I think they win the roll. No, Kelvin add pup fighting to the list of things to work on. Well, again, they've done a much better job at winning them. After the first two games, they've done a much better job. They're just, again, they're not using them effectively. A-Dog has to go huge. He can't. So I guess RSP maybe got a little offended at LBT breaking the 18.5-minute scoreless streak, so they decided to start a new one. 7 minutes in, still nothing here for LBT. And good position on power-ups here. It's the same combo, and they're gonna win them again. will the third time be the charm on the Rolling Bomb Tag Pro combo? To be honest with you, doesn't look like it so far. They're hunting for the kiss, they find it. That's a good start. They are not synced up. Kelvin's going to walk out of base. Are you kidding me? I don't even know what to say. Now, like, Kelvin was fine, I guess, but, I mean, that's not even a good play from Kelvin. He walked out because they let him walk out. Like, gosh. I'm tilted, bro. I'm tilted for them. This should not be... It shouldn't be like this. Again, it's not novice, dude. Another tag pro, up against the juice this time, so probably not going to result in much. I don't know, dude. It's just, it's disappointing. Like, LBT's not a bad, well, I guess by definition, based on position in the standings, they're a bad team, sure. But not this kind of bad. And again, I still don't understand why Bergie's sitting. The drop-off there is pretty significant. And then they just look really out of sorts, and I'm sure part of that, I don't know how much of a calmer Bergie is, but that's probably a large part of it too, if I had to guess. Just doesn't make a lot of sense. It's RSP with the tag for this time. A-Dog, a nice boost to shut the lead down. See if Tinder can get our LBT on the board here. 30 seconds left to play. Might just be a hold for hold situation here. Obviously, RSP just trying to pad the stats here in the final seconds. Waluigi with 2 caps here, so I don't know if that's enough to have taken the cap lead he may have tonight. As here comes A-Dog, last ditch attempt, gonna run out of time. And that'll do it. A 5-0, well, 3-0 win here in Game 5. A 5-0 series sweep. So that was certainly a series of Tag Pro. Obviously, big implications for LBT's playoffs chances. This did not help in the slightest. RSP may, I don't think they were able to grab the 1 seed off of this, but they will be in firm contention for it next week as BCR and Harlem play each other. So there'll be some point vulturing there. So Responsible is potentially a chance to dump into the 1 seed next week going into the postseason. So that's something to watch. Again, LBT on the playoff bubble could have used some points here. That'll be an interesting watch next week as well. Stay tuned for all of that. Support your streamers. Stay tuned for new 14 thoughts following week 6, priming you for the playoffs. And if I get inspired to do something else, you may see that in the content channel as well. So, thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next time. GG's.